The Lagos state government has urged residents to be law-abiding and comply with building codes and planning regulations to ensure public safety, prevent fire hazards, and support the city's transformation under the Themes Plus agenda. The call was made by the Special Advisor to the Governor on Enterprise, Geographic Information System and Regional Planning, Olajide Babatunde, while addressing journalists on the recent fire outbreaks in Lagos State and the steps the government is taking to tackle them, citing demolitions of illegal structures and buildings constructed in violation of planning regulations. He decried residents building on government setbacks, stressing that buildings should maintain a minimum setback of 6 meters with side setbacks of 3.5 to 4.5 meters and at least 3 meters at the rear. Babatunde also urged Lagosians to remove physical obstacles such as shanties and also desist from creating human obstacles to allow easy access for emergency responders. He added that regular sensitization of residents is crucial to achieving the Themes Plus agenda's goal of transforming Lagos into a 21st century city that fully adheres to planning and safety regulations.
It's about cleaning up the environment. People need to adhere to our building codes and planning regulations. So as you can see, most of the removals that we have done, they are on government setbacks. You know, you should not build within government setback. And then between your fence line and your property line, it should be a minimum 6 meters. I mean, normally we should have about 12 meters, but if you can do 6, do 6, but not less than 6. Then you should have a setback of 3.5 to 4.5 meters on the side and minimum 3 meters at the back. So on both sides, you should have 3.5 meters to 4.5 on the sides. You have 6 to 12 meters in front and minimum 3 at the back. We are not going to allow 1.5 meter. You can see what has happened again in the Lagos Island area where we're going to today. There's been another fire. You know, you saw what happened during the Mandela's fire. You know, the fire truck could not even go in to put out the fire simply because, you know, there's a structure that was now put on the setback. And that's where the truck would have gone to try to attack the fire. And it was from that actual building on the setback that the fire started. Or is it the one that happened in Dosmu where, you know, people had generators on top of their building and somebody threw a burning generator down and then it burned 16 properties and we're having to redevelop the whole of Dosmu market. You know, so, I mean, we shouldn't wait, you know, until things happen. You know, we shouldn't be reactive. We should try as much as possible to be proactive. We need to do what we need to do. Do you understand? Because, you know, like Churchill said, we do not know whether if we change things will be good. But for things to be good, we have to change. Behind me, you have people who have now built on the property line. We are not going to allow it, so you can show it. So we are giving them 72 hours to remove their items before we come and do the removal. You know, even on the other side, I mean, if you look at it, it's a residential building, or residential buildings, and then they've tucked in a bank. We are not removing, but however, we're going to make sure that we do a proper audit of what they have built. So the message to Lagosians is that, you know, we should stay within the law. We should not break the law. We should do what is right. You know, the Themes Plus agenda, we want to make Lagos a 21st century city. You know, how can we do this? It's only by adhering, you know, to all the building regulations and also ensuring that we do what is right by the law. So, you know, it's regular sensitization. You know, we need to ensure that we do the ratification of our building codes and also make it available to all the enlightened people to encourage and also inform those who are not very enlightened. However, I believe that in Lagos, everybody is enlightened. You can imagine that when you had the Mandela's fire, as you have said, we have human obstacle and we also have physical obstacle. We first needed to remove the human obstacles. You know, so many people just, you know, loitering around a particular area when you have incidences. You know, the bomb blast, the first bomb blast in Abuja did not kill anybody. It was the second one when people were looking, you know, something that people were killed. This is along along the road to Ivgo Square. You know, when this happened a couple of years ago. It's the same thing, you know, in the Mandela's thing, the human obstacle usually will come when people are gathering, when they feel that something has happened and they just need to be onlookers. Sometimes, you know, we have muster points. We go to the muster point, but do not go to the action area, because the action area, you should allow the first responders, those who will actually do the work and make sure that we rescue people. Those are the people that we should find there. It's not, I mean, people should not just gather. You understand? Then in terms of the physical obstacles, it's exactly what we are saying. Do not put physical obstacles around your building. Whether you call them attachments or you call them shanties, never again should we allow these kind of things to happen. We removed a lot on Awolowo Road. We're removing a lot on Duro Simieti, Fola Oshibo. Now we're on Admiralty. We're going around the entire Lagos. Yesterday, after our retreat, we made a commitment that we're actually going to go to the Ikeja axis, but we decided to shift it, just to allow, our officers rest after like a 3-day retreat. And the theme of the retreat, speaks to everything that we're talking about today. And we heard from people like Dr. Muiz Banire, we heard from members of the State Assembly, we heard from professionals and even people who want to help us with technology, like the MD of GIS Transport. We're deploying all that is available to us under the administration of Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu to ensure that people do the right thing, we save lives and properties, and make sure that Lagos is a safer place for all of us.